But let's kick things off with an up-close look at Gentleman. The German reggae guru says the sun, sea and sand of Jamaica are his greatest source of inspiration. He's just finished his 6th album and he produced a fair share of it, yep, you've guessed it, on Jamaica. We went there to soak up some of his chilled-out vibes.
You Remember, the first single taken from Gentleman's new album. It's a look back to simpler times, to help look to the future with hope.
The new album is called New Day Dawn. The title means a new beginning, a new dawning, and applies to me just as much as the current zeitgeist. Every day we have the chance to start afresh. We'll always have the chance to see things from a new perspective. New Day Dawn is all about chances.
New Day Dawn sind Chancen.
January 2013. Gentleman is shooting the video to his new single. He's joined by some feathered friends to symbolize a simpler life and freedom.
We're in New York, on the rooftops of Brooklyn, in a pigeon loft, to be precise. I want to show how some people can't get their heads around new technology, and that simple things can bring people back down to earth. Simple things like pigeons. They tell the world my message.
Der Überbringer der Botschaft in die Welt. Ich habe
2012 was a year like no other. It was intense. There was just so much happening. A lot of it had to do with separation. I was separated from one of my best friends who suddenly wasn't there anymore. He died. It also saw the end of long-term relationships, friendships, where we'd been working together, and I thought we would never ever part.
One love that will never die is his love for Jamaica, Gentleman's home away from home. The 38-year-old first set foot on the island 20 years ago and instantly fell in love with it. Today he travels constantly between Kingston and Cologne.
For me, Jamaica is still a place of inspiration. There's no other place where music is so concentrated and where I'm distracted as little as I am there.
It's not surprising that the German reggae guru recorded part of his album in the spiritual home of his genre. It's the first record where he's written all of his own material. Gentleman, whose real name is Tilman Otto, played his first gigs at the end of the 90s. He knows the lingo and sings in Jamaica's Rasta dialect called patois. Today, he's got 6 albums under his belt and has sold no less than 1 million records. His 5th album, Diversity, stormed straight to #1. Gentleman has been in the reggae business for 20 years, but he still sees every album as an evolution of his music.
I've really gotten a lot closer to my goal of expressing myself in music. I don't know if I'll ever achieve this goal, but just the feeling of being on the right track really helps my inner harmony.
Gentleman's spiritual journey is really picking up steam. He's got nearly 40 gigs lined up in 2013, and next year he'll be spreading his chilled-out vibes on a tour of Africa.